Hi everyone, this is Saheli again, and as I am discussing in my last tutorial about the Python programming methodologies, and this tutorial will be in continuation of that Python programming only. So just to have or to listen to such wonderful tutorials, useful tutorial, please click on to subscribe, like, and comment to my channel. Thank you. Let's get started. So as I have discussed in my first tutorial on Python about the variable declaration methodologies, how we can declare variables in Python, and how we can, and I have already discussed that Python is a dynamically typed language. I've also discussed the functionality of two very important functions, built-in functions of Python, that is type and isInstance, and typecasting and this how we can write comments in Python, that also I have discussed in my first tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be checking how we can do the conditional statement, or how we can write the conditional statements in Python. As we have known that Python, in any programming language, conditional statements and nested conditional statement is very very important. So here we will look into how the different types of different ways of writing the conditional statement through a program. So this is the program. Here I have initialized two variables a and b with some values. In the next line, I am checking if the value of b is greater than a. So this is the syntax. This is the syntax of writing conditional statement in Python. First of all, if, then space, then followed by the condition and followed by colon. And this indentation is very very important because it denotes what are the branch of statement, or what are the bunch of statement that is under this if part. So if you omit these statements, then this this thing will give a syntactical error. So this indentation is very important. So here this condition is checked, and if this condition is true, then these statements under this if branch is printed. Next comes the elif. Actually this elif is a combination of else plus if. So in elif, followed by the condition, followed by colon, and this indentation and this set of statements. So here I am checking that if this previous condition is false, then this the control will come to this elif statement, and this condition will be checked. If this condition is true, then the statement followed by this condition, or followed by this elif statement, will be printed. Here it will be checked if a is equals to a and b are similar, and which are not. Now we come to the else part. Else, actually usually else doesn't have doesn't require any condition along with it. So else, in else part, the control will come to this else part if all the previous statements or all the previous conditions are false. Then this else part will be printed, and else followed by the colon, and then indentation followed by set of statements which are under this else statement. So if this all these previous conditions are false, then it will be assumed that this else part is true, and the set of statement will be printed. Here, as I am checking here in my example, b, if b is greater than a, this condition, the first condition itself is true, so b is greater than a, this thing is printed. Now let's look at this next line. Here actually what we are doing, that we are combining the statements along with the condition in a single line, and that is also can be done using Python. This is called shorthand if, and this type of thing is called ternary condition or ternary operator. Here I am writing print a if a greater than b. That means if this condition is true, then this first statement will be printed, else print b. If this condition is false, then b will be printed. In our example, this condition is false, so actually b is true, then so the b is printed. in the next line, I have initialized three variables x, y, and z, and I have also used this ternary condition once more. But here I am using instead of one condition, I am using two conditions in one line. That can also be done. So the process is like that: print x if x is greater than y. If this condition is true, this thing is will be this x will be printed. Else equals if x is equals to y. If this condition is true, then this print statement will be printed, and else print y. If both these are false, then this y will be printed. So in our case, equal is printed because x and y are equal. Now let's look at the next line. Here I am combining two conditions. The combination two conditions can also be combined using and or or. In case of or, if both the conditions are if any of the condition are true, in that case the set of statement will be printed, or the set of statements will be performed under if. And if in case of and if both the conditions are true, then the set of statement under the if will be printed. And in case of or, if any one of the condition is true, then the set of statement will be executed. Here in our case, z is greater than y or z is greater than x. Actually in our case, z is both these condition are true. So this at least one of the condition is true. This thing is printed because both of these conditions are true. And here uh, if we don't have any statement to execute, in that case, if we don't write any statements under if, in usual cases it will, in other programming language it will give an error. But Python has a smart tricks to avoid the error, and that is a pass statements. Actually pass return nothing. So in if y greater than z, pass. That means if this condition is true, do nothing. But it will do nothing, but it will also not throw any error. So in my example, I've tried to cover all the uh, possible types of if condition and all the possible ways of writing the if condition. Hope you like my video. Please don't forget to click on to subscribe, like, and comment to my channel. Thanks.